Here is the European Historical Rules event. Today we have two awesome maps. Our first map being Burnside's Bridge, a map that is very confined. The attackers can really only do so much compared to our second map, which is Cook's Countercharge, where the attackers can attack from so many different directions. It'll be fun. It'll be unique. Both rounds will be. And with that being said, our teams for today, on the Union side, we have the 28th Pennsylvania, the 2nd United States, the 6th United States, Irish Volunteer Brigade, 15th Wisconsin, Lee's French Legion, I Corps, which consists of the Anderson's Brigade and the Walker's Division, and then we have the 4th New Jersey. Whereas on the Confederacy, we have Peach Corps, which consists of the 24th and the 13th Georgia. We have Jefferson Davis Legion. We have Rebel 2nd Corps. We have the Jenkins Brigade, the Shenandoah Valley Regulars, 1st Virginia Cavalry, the Toombs Brigade, mostly 20th Georgia though, and then we have the Davis Brigade. With that being said, I hope you enjoy this event. Here we are with the first round of the EU Historical Rules event today. We have Burnside's Bridge. Your announcer team is myself as Guardian Eagle with Pagan. How you doing, Pagan?
I can't complain. Looking forward to a good set of rounds we got planned up today. It's gonna be a nice, interesting one to see how the EU handles Burnside's Bridge, as it's not one of their common map rotations.
I agree entirely with that. On the top left of your screen, you're seeing the Union perspective from the ground. That's Microwave from the IVB. And then we have Pure Fist from the 24th Georgia playing on the top right of your screen with the CSA perspective. I appreciate them both doing this. But, yeah, it'll be very intriguing.
Okay.
I wonder how fast they'll cross that bridge. And when they cross the bridge, what movement speed they're going to go.
If you already look, we got CSA already lining up for shooting lines on it. Like, they're already set up in a good crossfire to prevent them from getting across that bridge like they want.
So we have Rebel 2nd Corps on the far right. We have Pearl here scouting out the Union. We have JB up in front with the Toombs Brigade behind. We have more Confederates, the JDL, Jefferson Davis Legion on the left. A lot of tiny groups here. We have DB behind them, and then on top, is this the 24th? Yeah, it's Peach Corps. 24th and 13th. Union is going for it.
Yeah, they're just double quicking right across. Yeah, they're just. No, they're sprinting. They're sprinting.
Good.
Yeah, otherwise they'll be picked apart.
Might be a little tiring for them though, as they don't. Usually.
If they can just get across this river, they're going the wrong way. They don't need to go to the right. They need to go left. That right side is, as you see, how the CSA is set up. They need to get to that left side and get their flags on that beach.
So Union's taking a decent amount of casualties, but a lot of Unions still being able to get across. They need to get across before Confederate artillery can get lined up here. This is so many Union getting across. Oh no. Confederates are in a bunch of tiny groups as well. And with the Union ticket advantage. Oh no. We'll see, though.
It's almost 750, 800 more tickets than what the CSA has for this round.
So it looks like they're going to be reforming up there for now. Union does have an advantage with this historical rules, especially on Burnside's, because generally the Union's going to want to stick together and do things together so they can relay information back and forth quickly, because they don't have a steam chat. They got to send runners, whereas the Confederates have to defend a wider area, and so it'll be a little harder. It'll be a little harder for them to communicate. But Confederates pulling back a little bit. What do we have on the fence here? JB falling back from the front to now the back. We have Toombs Brigade and JDL with the Union now charging into them. You can see this from our Union player's perspective, how suppressed he is. A little janky, but
that's why we love war rights.
Yeah, you love to see frames. Union charge is very trickled in. We have more Confederates.
That's going to be costly right there, but not committing to it as fully.
No, like, why aren't they?
Well, yeah, you got more. Yeah, you got more, but they're sporadic. That's a lot of skirmishing lines out there.
Rebel 2nd
right
Corps.
Here, all these guys right here are 3 to 5 tickets.
Yeah, Rebel 2nd Corps beginning to slam in here. In the remainder of the Union, they're going to be getting a decent amount of tickets here. And it looks like they will reform from that position. And now LFL is beginning to push forward here. I don't know why this is out of bounds. I really don't like that. But shots going down on both sides.
Yeah. Retreat, guys. Retreat.
As
God bless you, officer.
yeah, it's really.
These men need to pull back. They're just sitting in the open. They're getting picked apart from those shooters down below.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Union is probably just reforming for now, so Confederates just need to pull back. Kill that timer a little more. We have Peach Corps here, volleying into the Union. Union artillery killing 2 people.
Poor tree.
Guy spazzing out there after he died, but
Thank you, tree.
Pearl might be down. Who's in command?
No, Pearl's over here.
Keep shooting, boys. Pearl's over there. Great.
for now it appears to just be a shootout. I'm intrigued. Is there any Union spawning me? Not a lot.
They didn't send their flags up. Most of their flags are staying back on this bank area, so that's where a majority of their spawns are coming in at. Which is a smart thing for the Union. You don't want your flags to be committing on any of these charges when there's a possibility of them being dropped inside of CSA target ranges.
Exactly.
Yep.
So, Union pushing up to the road. Now they're taking shots up to the top of the hill. It looks like some are doing rising volleys, but now we have the 2nd U.S. and the 15th Wisconsin pushing forward here. Is the rest of the Union in following? Yes, it does. So
Yeah. It looks like Union's committed on this right side, which is a good idea. Get that orchard.
it is kind of
But
delayed, though.
they're delaying it, and they're running right into heavily entrenched CSA line.
Confederates are falling back to the
Ooh,
snake
there's
fence.
units pulling down to the right. They're not holding this. They're not holding this center side.
You can see Confederates over here are moving in to flank the Union charge. But there's a lot of Union over here, and those Confederates that are there are going to be detrimental, the fact that they're over there. Union, not all charging in. Some are bonsaiing it over to the stone wall. Usually that's what
the
Union
orchard.
does. That's what Union usually tries to go for, at least historically. But these scrap kills here are going to be so favorable to the Union. Cause
Yeah, they really are, because these guys aren't committing to staying on line. They're getting skirmishing out of line style. And the Union's doing their best, because right here holding this stone wall, the CSA right where they're going to try to hold that point, you got less cover in those snake rails than you do against this stone wall. That stone wall gives you about 50%, 75% cover compared to these, snake rails.
And Union can send like mini groups out and get some nice kills.
Yeah,
If
but
they
I
want.
wouldn't. If I was the Union, I'd try. They're not focused on the artillery. That's going to cost them. If this artillery crew gets that shot lined up, they're going to tear through this entire line.
So we have I Corps, 2nd U.S., 4th New Jersey, 6th U.S. holding up there. We do have some Union holding down here, mostly 28th PA, but also other regiments as well. Holding up on this snake rail, I see Peach Corps and the JDL. And then the rest of the Union or Confederates are wiped.
Might just have to drive the shell into the base.
There we go. he's
Oh
firing.
yeah, these are some clean and easy shots.
Got a couple there.
Yeah, they're realizing they're hopping over. They're shifting their men over to engage with the artillery.
Even they need to charge them out.
That may be a waste of tickets. If I remember correctly, the Union cannot get to this back battery right here.
I mean,
It's out of bounds at this back battery.
I
But
got two
what they're doing right there, their best bet is doing
mean-
what they're doing right now. Just have a small group that's sitting on that little tree and just poke at them.
They got 30 seconds out of bounds.
There goes half a line right there. That's a good hit.
Confederates hitting engage. All right, let's stand over here and see how many kills they get. Confederates are pushing up to that snake fence there. They're
Yeah,
pushing
they're
in.
leapfrogging down. Honestly, with those Napoleons, I just send canister. Canister is a very effective measure on this little corner right here.
More Confederates reforming to the left of there. To that artilleryman's like, "Hey, can you get out of the way?"
Honestly, I hate when guys do this. Especially when I got a shot that needs to go out right now, and you stand right in front of me. I'm like, you're acceptable casualty.
That killed.
4, 5,
Yeah.
5 men.
Was that from the infantry volley though? I just know the
No.
artillery hit there.
I don't think so. Well, it may be. It was hard to tell.
It is. We need. I need to watch this a little better. Where are they gonna fire?
They're right now just getting set up, so they're still probably about 20 seconds out from getting their shots fired.
Nope, that's infantry. So Confederates, these Confederates here, who do we have here? Rebel 2nd Corps are pushing forward, getting shots, and then running back. I wish they would either stay forward or stay back and not do the back and forth stuff.
Honestly, if I were them, I think that's maybe what that unit in the back is doing. Get to the side of that barn and use that barn as cover. Load behind the barn, sprint out, fire. Load behind barn, sprint out, fire.
Confederates are trying to charge them out.
That's a terrible idea.
You're going to lose so many tickets, and they're so spread out with this charge.
I would have just kept firing into them, let the artillery go to work on these dudes.
Yeah, I think artillery got like 4 or 5 kills right there. Oh!
Oh, there's a good one right there. Whew!
And Union going to engage because of that. So now we have the DB and some SV guys.
Yeah, they were too late
here.
on. They were too late on this charge. They decided to swing all the way.
Yeah, DB and SV basically getting wiped. They do have their officer, but their officer is dead. And Union, to no one's surprise, holds that position right now. But okay, but I want to see this artillery shot. How close are you guys to shooting?
Let's see. Lightning Corporal is probably close with him editing his range. He's getting ready to send it.
All right, I'm almost done.
They're gonna fire the gun again. Shoot that guy. Incoming.
So I got one guy in the back. That got one guy.
They got the flag.
Yeah, they got one guy. They got the flag. A lot of blood. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's that. In the code, that's called a fucking #5 or effect 5, and that's what it is. It's a bloody effect that does the mutilation. Some interesting codes we've seen in the servers here lately.
For sure.
Honestly, if he would have probably dropped that shell, maybe 0.05 on his elevation, and smacked it into the ground where that flag was at, he would have wiped most of those guys.
So, we're beginning to see Union move out. 15th Wisconsin.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Fall back
Back
now.
to spawn. Go back to spawn.
I wish they had a shot. That would have been funny.
Yep. Which I honestly don't understand why they're running those two. What I would have done, I would run that right Napoleon, gun 2 and gun 3, the Napoleon in the 3-inch, and leave that first Napoleon with canister just for this reason.
Yeah. For
However,
sure.
that was a good call by CSA. They pulled out and taken no casualties.
They pulled out very early. And Confederates are taking losses regardless. We do have Union on the point. Hopefully they don't cap. It's the 2nd U.S. and 6th U.S. here. I see also some I-Corps guys there as well. If capping would be a bad idea right now. I don't think they are. I hope they aren't. But Confederates are beginning to push in towards their direction. We have the Peach Corps here and then Rebel 2nd Corps.
No, they're capping. They got men on point all around. They're not going to be able to get off point in time. They're capping for some reason.
2nd U.S. is moving onto point to engage with Rebel 2nd Corps. They're going to cap.
They're going to cap, and look at all these rebels coming in right now.
That is such a bad idea. Because if Confederates beat you guys, which they will.
Which they will with
They
with
go
the way
back up
these
to
two units
engage.
are moving.
They go back up to engage.
Yeah. And it's a high engage too, because the CSA has not been hitting many tickets on the Union right now ever since they've been able to get into this orchard.
And we can see that Union's holding.
They are right on the edge where that out of bounds line's at.
Yep.
They are right on the edge.
That is very smart. Wow, I can't believe the Union just did that.
And majority of their guys are over in the orchard right now, and they're not going to be able to get across that field in time to prevent a cap. They would have to move right now to get over there and prevent it. And they're not. They're only sending this little small band of 10 men.
So, Union, if they want to salvage this, they got to go down tickets and a lot of tickets. Very
Which
fast.
is not possible. Yep, you got the men moving off the cannons right now coming out to fight.
Yep, IVB now pushing forward here. I like pushing forward like this because the Confederates won't be able to regain as much. That's so unfortunate. And we have, yeah, all those guys that were on the cannons. I think 15th Wisconsin and the
they're moving
28th
straight up.
and LFL are now charging in here. They're going to try
I'm
to
confused.
hold
There was another rebel line somewhere down the hill. I'm curious where they ended up moving.
it was
They were to your
right there.
north by northeast. No, it was another line north by
Oh.
northeast moving down.
huh.
They had reinforced this unit right here on point had reinforcements behind them, but they are no longer in sight.
Huh. Oh, they're right there.
Oh, they're in the orchard. They're trying to fight the orchard.
So Jenkins Brigade is now in between the Union. Confederates getting back on their artillery here. We had DB run out, take a shots, and then run back. But Union, no way the Union win this off this cap.
They will because Jenkins Brigade did not reinforce their men on that point. If they would have held at the point with the guys already on, they would have got that speed up and would have been able to. They would have still lost the fight, but they would have got the cap back to a high engaged. Oh, here comes a runner.
I love runners.
Okay, 15 from line to my left. Line to my left, 15. And take aim, right? That's
So Confederates are now beginning to push on the Union here on point.
Oh my God, that was such a great move by JB right here. Caught them in the rear from a volley.
Yeah, that was perfect timing there.
But they're not going to be able to pull out, but they did get a good bit of kills. Maybe their men behind on the side can push in.
Maybe
It's just-
it's
That's
Rebel
the
second
one. That is the one thing about steamship with historical rules, though. In any other event, those charges would have been a different story with active communication. Which what set historical rules apart is the fact that every single one of these units is running their own autonomous thing until they get a runner from another unit.
Yeah, for sure. Can be hard with the whole runner thing. The Rebel Second Corps now charging in. Unfortunately, they're going to get wiped here. It's so hard to do an effective counterattack on a bigger map like this, especially when you're defending, trying to counterattack. You have to completely reorganize your guys together as a team.
Get all your guys from spawn in and just hold down there at the crossroads. You did have time earlier to do it, but you didn't commit to defending it, so you got 2.5 minutes. I don't see CSA pulling out of this.
Use the hillside as a trench.
Peace Corps volleying here. Never mind, independent fire.
Peek and pop.
A little bit more,
Yeah, I
guys.
saw one drop. Those are kind of hard shots, though. You're a
Really
little
don't
under the
want to
crust
see ya.
here. Your bullet
Need a-
flies. So, and with those rocks in the way, those are just hard shots. 15th Wisconsin charging
getting
in.
charged.
Confederates getting engaged here.
Here they come, here they come, here they come. Ready down.
And 15th Wisconsin is going to be able to win this. Wow.
Yeah, all those CSA on that back line, I don't know why they're splitting up doing these prong attacks. They need to commit their men down that little snake rail.
They do. It's so hard to communicate, though. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess these guys can communicate, but it's so difficult. It's kind of the cool thing, though, about HRE in that, and same with any line battle event, is that you can kind of act independently once the battle starts. Which is cool because you can do what you want, but then again, there's so many bad things that can go with that, like if you do something stupid.
Such as right now how single units are falling their way right into the jaws of the men waiting on point without having proper information of who's there. Ooh, this is a possibility if those guys at the bottom of the hill cut up right now.
So JB charging in there. So JB's going to get wiped, but I think this is Peach Core. Yep, Peach Core and first VA Cav.
Come on, Preacher. Preacher, you know the strat, what we need to do on this. Me and Preacher have been in this situation before on pubs. He should know what to do with it.
Union has more men right here.
Yep.
Union hitting, taking losses, not like that matters. 45 seconds left in this counterattack.
Just look at that streamline of Rebel men coming in. It's going to be pushing it close. There's a possibility of them holding out, but it requires everyone in that back lane. Yeah, they're finally committing to it. I think they finally got some runners to go communicate. Say, all we just need to do is funnel the point.
Even if you don't set, I think you should just look at the clock and be like, oh, 30 seconds, we got to go.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That too. But, there's some units who will decide, just like last night, we had units sit back and wait.
Oh, wow. We have, so Rebel second corps is charging in, but it doesn't matter because the Union has secured the victory. I think this is 4th New Jersey now moving over after charging the artillery out. Union's abandoned the corner because they're on point, and that is the end of the round. Pagan, your thoughts?
That's, honestly, in my personal opinion, with historical rules, I'm not too familiar with them. It's PB, we do not play in them, so I'm not, I've already seen some of the issues with it. Personally, I just think that was a sloppy round of Burnside's Bridge for CSA. They had, that's such a good round for CSA. Burnside's is a really good map, but I just think it wasn't executed properly. But of course, with the lack of communication, with it being historical rules and it being such a massive map to move around on, it's just one of those things that's one of the poisons you got to deal with when you play in these events.
Yeah, I don't know if they had a contingency plan for once, I don't know if they had a contingency plan of what to do once Union got across the bridge. But I think because of the way this event works, if Union gets across that bridge in force, they win the round. Just because communication's hard. But with that being said, we will see you guys in the second round. Here we are with the second round of Cook's Countercharge. It's a very beautiful and open map. It might look a little flat from the overview here, but when you go down here, there is nice defilades, which will come in handy later for the Union defense, also for the Confederates. We do have Union artillery. Oh, no, they're loading it right here.
See, all right, he's loading canister.
I don't know what that means, but... So, we've seen them play this map historically, and the Confederates are splitting off in two. We have Jenkins' Brigade going on the far left side. I missed a group. And the Toombs Brigade, 20th Georgia more specifically. And then on the right side, we have the rest of the Confederate team moving. Rebel 2nd Corps, 1st VA Cav, and Peach Corps. By the way, numbers pretty much even, 93, 89, 4 in favor of the Confederacy. Not so bad in terms of Union defense. We have 2nd U.S. holding up against the fence. We have 4th New Jersey and what I presume is IVB, and 15th Wisconsin. I saw first U.S. guy too. That is part of 6th Corps. We have 6 U.S. forming a nice skirmish line here right as Jenkins' Brigade pushes forward here. And then we have 28th PA, LFL, and I Corps holding there as well.
Get as close as possible and fire.
So JB is pushing up aggressively on the left. They're distracting a lot of Union, which can allow their friendlies on the right side to do some damage. And speaking of the right, let's go over there. They're about to hit the 2nd U.S. Oh, no. No.
Oh, that's...
They didn't even notice them. The friendlies on the hill, back to our right, fired first. You have more Confederates pushing down through the road here. I think that might be DB and SB.
Yeah, they got those guys pushing right down the corn in the wheat, and then you got these guys shifting around. It's going to be an interesting little shootout right here.
It will be. We have Confederates getting pushed back a little. Will they be able to shoot the artillery, or are they rolling it back? They're rolling it back.
That's just... I don't, ever understand the use of artillery. The only time we ever go artillery is when we know they're going to commit, and we just get a cannon lined up right there in the corn with canister and fire it through as soon as we see a flag, and then run with the pistol.
So, we do have a Confederate group pushing really far out this way. It is Rebel 2nd Corps and 1st VA Cav. I'm surprised they're not going to the hay bales.
To be completely honest with you, hay bales doesn't offer as much cover as people think because those bullets go straight through them.
They can, but maybe a little more concealment than the open. But like exactly, like if someone shoots through that hay bale, it's the bullet's going through.
Yeah.
So, and they are now moving towards those hay bales. These guys charge them out.
Are they just quick timing? Yeah, they're just quick timing. They're
walking.
walking.
They see him. They see, oh, let her rip! Let her rip!
Who is this unit?
Right at fan sight, aim directly northeast, between northeast and north.
The best part about this is like that officer's dead. They can't talk orders in Discord.
Flag's also down.
Dude, keep rolling the gun. Are they gonna load it again?
I think they are.
That's hilarious. That was beautiful.
He's like, take aim left, aim, and then the cannon fire knocked down like 5 men. Oh, they fired again.
That was fast. There's still the same amount of guys there, though.
Yeah.
They got a pretty good shot, that first one. In terms of over here, JB is still engaging here with the 28th PA, 6 US, and I Corps. I think JB is just trying to distract a decent amount of defense while the Confederates do this little flanking maneuver.
Oh, they got a nice little crossfire set up right now. That's actually pretty good. All right, so was he ramming? Yep, he's ramming. Got another round in there.
Yep.
All right, you got that
Now
runner
they're
over there
going.
getting more ammo to get a fast fire.
They're pulling it back some more. I think.
They're turning
Why
it
does
to
that
the...
flag bearer keep dying? Oh, are these guys shooting at him? 2nd US.
Yeah, you can see that flag really clear from this little rock position. You got half of them are engaging the corn, half of them are engaging out.
They're moving that cannon still. DB and SV are still holding there.
Them SV boys should just charge out and take that cannon.
They really should. And if you just hold down tab, you can... I mean, I guess they might be worried about 2nd US, but they're moving so slow.
Yeah, they're quick timing. They are quick timing through that. By the time they've gotten to that position in the corn, look, you got boys all the way near this the Union spawn, getting these boys in a crossfire.
Preacher and 1st VA Cav are being very, very aggressive. We have some IVB and 4th New Jersey guys vibing. Over here, though, who do we have? We have Rebel 2nd Corps. I'm intrigued to see what 1st VA Cav is going to do. We have Peach Corps.
Is JB still over there engaged? Is
Yes.
JB still on that far side engaged? I think that's what Cav's doing. Cav's getting behind to catch these boys in a crossfire. That
Yeah.
looks like what Preacher may be taking his men to do.
So SV and DB are going to get wiped here by the 2nd US. Yeah, I think you're right here. They're cruising.
Yeah, they're getting this little flank position set up.
And it's going to force the Union to kind of pull off that hill here. You could see, so IVB is readjusting to deal with Rebel 2nd Corps here. Those two Union guys just got massacred. Jeez. All right.
The one thing about Preacher, even though he brings low numbers, he knows the map so well that he's forcing Union to pull in positions they don't want to be in.
We missed it. JB charged out the Union. And JB did a pretty good job.
Yeah, they got what? 4? Yeah, it's 4v4 right now. Each one having a flag bearer.
Okay, Brian.
Yeah. Don't worry.
What? I got the wrong flag. My bad. Oh my God! That's honestly that is my favorite thing to do with melee is try to get them to heat TK.
Oh no, Goondog, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to die. Holy cow. That'd be funny if Preacher roll up on them right now. So Preacher is actually...
Oh, Preacher's catching him at spawn.
Yeah. Getting the guys coming out of spawn. Back on the other side, though. 2nd U.S. flanked behind the Confederates here.
They're here.
Yeah, Peach Corps. I think Peach Corps is gonna hold this. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it's so many men. But they definitely took a hit. Union hitting engage, no surprise there. I mean, all these guys are gonna die out of line, assuming they die. But boy, that was beautifully done, that retreat.
The Rebel Second Corps still holding back here, or no? I'm not seeing. Where did they go?
Wow, so much stuff is happening for this event.
I think Rebel Second Corps got wiped because it looks like a major unit's moving out of spawn over there.
Yeah, let's see. Wow, this is kind of crazy that we're missing stuff. So the Peach Corps is reforming, and Rays they're doing 15th Wisconsin's like, you know, you can't.
Break reload.
Spawn charge.
Yeah, I don't know per why you do that, man. You had like 1 bullet left.
And 15th Wisconsin is going to wipe the Confederates.
Yeah,
Again,
they're going to clean up this right here.
Confederates still at battle ready. The only men engaged that remain on this field is the 1st VA Cav. Oh, here's Rebel Second Corps. They formed up.
Okay,
with,
okay.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Oh my God, I've lost track of where they were at. This is honestly very impressive on a Cook's countercharge with how well CSA is moving currently.
Yeah, I would agree. Historically, we haven't seen
keeping. Yeah, they're keeping the Union like in their sight line. Like every single Union is in the middle of where all the rebel, infantry's at.
I don't know why they pulled off those rocks. Because these guys have really.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, that's like they just walked right into some clean shots. I think they were thinking they were going to get charged, and those rocks are in iffy position to hold being charged. But they're getting charged in the rear as well.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to say, the IVB view on the top left, the Union view is now Dr. Pepper instead of microwave. So I wanted to mention that. I forgot to mention it earlier. So Rebel Second Corps first VA
good pull. That was such a great call by whoever that is right there, getting his men to cut him off. Oh, he missed the shot. Oh, there you go. Get him with the second one.
Oh, microwave. There he is.
Good call by Microwave to get his men on that little angle to cut him off. Oh, but that was such a costly move.
But no, Union wiped Confederates though, because Union had to focus on those two groups there. Confederates have now gotten
taken.
Yeah, they got control of this hill, which is pivotal on this map. The Union defensive position, like I pointed out at the beginning. This hill doesn't look like much, but it's a huge defilade. And Union can use this defilade to their advantage.
This is honestly now looking like every day what you'll see in a Cook's countercharge. CSA taking that hill, making the Union have to use these little flank maneuvers on this defilade.
So, for now, Confederates reforming. We saw Toombs Brigade. They're on there. But now we have the JB forming up here next to the Toombs Brigade. Who is doing this?
Ooh. What is this movement?
15th Wisconsin.
Follow, guys. On my right. Aim low.
Confederates actually, Confederates falling back to their artillery. We have seen more Confederates in this. I don't know why Union's pushing so far forward like this. You have such little tickets. Every casualty matters.
Yeah, especially when the CSA is doing exactly what they want to do. Pull back to the Yankee artillery. Use that as cover.
So we have 2nd U.S. holding against Peach Corps.
Peach Corps. If Peach Corps pushes
volley.
right now, they're waiting for their minute to get in. If they they're going to volley. Peach Corps is all about their volley charges. Boom, and they're going to charge right behind it.
Actually, they just volleyed and fell off. Who's pushing in though? Rebel 2nd Corps.
SV. Oh, 2nd Corps. Yeah, look. See
they're sending a
the
negotiator.
Union's preparing.
That kill got him to engage.
Peach Corps should have charged in behind that volley.
They could have won, but now they were reforming in the corner. Maybe they thought there was more Union. Union actually did retake this hill. Maybe Confederates are just trying to bait the Union to come back out to that hill because we've seen them hold there the whole time. 15 Wisconsin is now pushing now closer to the Confederates. This feels like a Dunker Church. I don't know. I shouldn't say Dunker Church. 20th VA up here as well. But Union's
it also
playing
feels
aggressive.
like Union's going right into their faces, holding the fence line, which is it's a costly move on a map like this, personally, in my opinion.
But they are at least dying in formation, which is the critical part. Over yonder, we have this JDL now is now taking some pop. They got back a good shot.
Oh, nice little 5 tickets right there.
I don't know if they can see the 2nd U.S., but 2nd U.S. is about to volley.
Yep. No, they can't
got
see him.
They got 2 there. 205. And now more. Oh, why? All right, but 15th Wisconsin is pushing really far forward. Trying to take
I would not even waste my time with this artillery. They got such good cover. You ran right into them. Yep. Wisconsin lost most of their men trying to get across that fence line area.
2nd U.S. is being charged, and obviously they're going to lose. They didn't have a lot of men holding there. But
oh, look at that 5 ticket right there next to the Kazon right now. There's one. Yep, he's about to get killed.
he gets it.
Oh.
He gets an out-of-line kill though. Oh, you gotta hit that.
Old Max, come back, boy. Come back, Max.
At least he's a good soldier though. He's listening to orders. Good soldiers follow orders.
Looks like they got a good bit of men up there. Maybe I don't know who that is up there on the top side of the road, about to fire down into the artillery position. I'm on that left side.
I think it might be 6 U.S. Or nope, it's I-Corps and 6 U.S.
I missed.
Oh. So Union did get the artillery up, but now JB is charging them out. And they took the rocks.
Yeah, but I wouldn't really say that fully taking the rocks because they don't got many men sitting there, and they're about to get pushed from another side.
That's true as well. So we could see Confederates are moving out here into the open.
Yep.
It's DB and SV. I don't know why they aren't going through the corn and going up to assist JB. You gotta see them from there. That is such a.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess do they have?
Route.
They kind of have some cover, but that's
not. I wouldn't even. I would just push straight through the corn. Reinforce your boys on this right side because you can take your boys on this right side, just sweep around and just knock these units out and get in better firing positions.
Exactly like 1st VA Cav is doing.
Preacher, I love Preacher and his men. That's one thing I enjoy about playing with them is you can rely on these men to move around the map and cause mayhem. They're good shots and they're good movers.
So we see LFL charging into JB. JB getting pushed back, but the Tombs Brigade is there to assist.
They're not going to be able to hold it, though. But they do have, that Peach Corps down there to the side. Looks like they're coming out to fire.
Yeah. And we have some just guys from different regiments coming up here, charging individually. This is such a bad idea. Maybe you're trying to wipe these guys, but charging together. Oh, never mind. They might do it.
Why are you
That's out of
just
line.
clubbing him to death?
Jeez.
They still got one more out of line man right behind him, though. He's getting his load.
He's a gamer, all right. No way.
What rifle does he?
Yeah,
Oh, never mind.
he's
If
dead.
he had bucking ball, that would have done something, but nope. God, why are those DB boys still sitting there open field? They've been picked apart. Go back to the Kazons.
Help your friendlies. I don't know. Maybe they're just focused on what's in front of them, trying to deal casualties, so they don't notice. But even then, I don't know. We could see more Confederates have shifted over this way.
This is
It
Cav and
Rebel
2nd Corps rep. Yeah.
And JDL. Preacher.
Preacher's back on the road, pulling those men away.
Now,
Doing what Preacher does best, get them distracted.
we have TB and Peach Corps holding up on the corner now. Union getting spread thin again. Union still not taking losses, which is very huge. If Union can hold to still be at engage past the 20-minute mark, that'll be huge for them. But why are we pushing forward?
Preacher just baited these men right into a death trap. They're about to lose a lot of tickets.
Yeah, IVB's about to get
right there. Look, they just lost. Stalin's about to be another ticket loss. There's 5 tickets. They're about to lose 10 tickets.
Oh,
yep. They lost 10 tickets. They had 2 out of line deaths right there in front of them.
But
that was an excellent bait by 1st Cav and Preacher, pulling that Yankee line right into Peach Corps and Rebel 2nd Corps waiting.
So 2nd U.S. is over there as well. You see the 15th, 4th New Jersey, and the LFL holding up here. I think I-Corps, 28th, and 6 U.S. are up there. The DB and SV fall back. They fell back. They're reforming their lines. Peach Corps is still in the corner here. They're getting slaughtered, though, by a massive Union force. IVB is falling back to Maine. I think this is VA Cav. Nope, it's Yeah, it is. The first tag I saw was this guy's, so.
Yeah, Rebel Second Corps guys and Preacher First Cav. They work really close to each other, so that's why you always see them moving in unison with each other. Really well known CSA guys.
So I think this is Jenkins' brigade, pushing up on the far left. It is. Trying to get behind the Union. Schumacher looking over this battlefield. The Union hitting, taking losses. So that's very good. 24-13 still there. Who moved on to the Union artillery? Yep, TB fell back off that corner, realizing that they're getting destroyed. And then we have DB and SV moving up to that corner. I like to see that. But 2nd U.S. is all the way back at that stone wall. Not a terrible idea, and make sure the Confederates can't get to your spawn like we saw them do earlier in the game. Raiders, DB and SV pull up. Peach Corps falls off to probably reform and get their men back. JB is now beginning to move up. I think the 6th U.S. sees them. Yep. But they're very similar numbers to JB's. Do they have a flag? No, they don't.
2 дауна. 1 даун. Пошел.
Oh, help gets that kill.
Попал.
Hey, shoot these
These
Yanks,
are out of
boys.
line for the Union.
Yeah,
Hey,
hold
little
this.
Да
boy.
какого
Hold this
хрена?
position.
Come here, little boy. Come here, little boy.
So now we have the Rebel 2nd Corps and VA Cav charging into the backs of the Union here. They don't even see them.
Stop and shoot! Stop and shoot!
4th New Jersey freaking out. You kind of hear their guys screaming there. Rebel 2nd Corps now charging in here after VA Cav got basically wiped there. Bud is the last Union guy, and he finally gets killed. That's what the Confederates need to do here. JB holding. I think JB wiped the 6, or the 6 is almost dead. JB's almost dead too. But they held.
Well, there's 5 tickets. What JB wants to do right now is commit to that side. They'll be able to get these easy tickets out.
So, Rebel 2nd Corps is falling back. They started pre-capping, and IVB is about to hit the retreating Rebel 2nd Corps and 1st VA Cav guys. 2nd U.S. is pulling back a little bit. They don't have a lot of numbers, so not too surprising. And they're picking off getting these nice out-of-line, mostly out-of-line kills. JDL, I see some JDL tags as well. But they're going to push them off this back area again. JB still having some guys have a shoot-off back here. We have some I-Corps and 28th guys doing some reforming. And then on the corner here, we saw 4th New Jersey get wiped a moment ago, so that means we still have 15th in the LFL with Peach Corps holding in here with Toons Brigade to their right. I see some DB, and I assume SV is here as well. So, Confederates just need to keep doing what they're doing, and they'll probably win this game in the end. So, IVB, it looked like they were going to go move in our 2nd U.S. probably, but now they're reforming. Back there, getting their men back, ready for a fight. JB still holding up. Are they going to be reinforced? Looks like they will. We can see a Union force now beginning to move in. 15th, Wisconsin. I don't know if they're moving to hold here. I don't think they are. Only got a couple of guys there. Not a whole lot. But they take their shots and we're back to the cover of this defilade. If you look up from above the map, it's like, oh, that's basically flat ground. I mean, it might look a little not like flat ground, but When you get close, yeah, it's decently.
Oh yeah, it's not flat ground once you get into the little combat scenes with it.
Exactly. Like, does this look flat from up here? A little. A lot. I mean, you can kind of see variations. Why does the ground look so weird there? Oh. That's where Union... Is that where Union Artillery is on Dunkers?
I believe? I don't remember, actually.
Because, yeah, Union spawns, like, right here, and then Union Artillery is somewhere over here. That's kind of funny.
Well, yeah, that's just the one thing with Antietam is the fact that you can see all the maps around.
Dunker Church is right there. Hagerstown.
All your woods maps are right there, and that woods line behind Dunkers.
Cornfield, Cook's Countercharge. You have
Hager's Turnpike over there as well.
What woods? That's the Westwoods, right?
Yeah, that's Westwoods, because Eastwoods is over there. That's Eastwoods, because Eastwoods is connected to Miller's Cornfield.
Right. Yeah. So, and then over here, is there... I never
That's Bloody Lane right there. That house, that cornfield, and that road to the right. That's Bloody Lane right there.
And then you have the Piper Farm over there. Burnsides is somewhere over there.
That's the one amazing thing about how the devs built this game is all the maps. When you play on it, it's the entire map loaded in at one time.
That would
Which is why the load times aren't as long to load the entire map, because you've already loaded in when the server starts up.
That would be cool if they just did a thing where you could just spawn in at any location and just walk around the battlefield. Like, no fighting. You just kind of walk around the battlefield so you can see everything.
Honestly, yeah.
That probably wouldn't be... I mean, it's the same process, just you don't have barriers. Except for the very edges of the map.
Yeah.
That'd be cool,
yeah, that way you can do stuff like that, especially for, like, you know, special events where, like, the anniversaries of the battlefield for, like, Antietam, South Mountain, Harpers, where you can do stuff like that and have big community events.
For sure. So, we have Rebel 2nd Corps and JDL taking turns doing shots. Our Rebel 2nd Corps just wants to charge, though.
Get out of there.
We have 2nd U.S. and the IVB falling back. They're trying to avoid casualties. Oh, no, our frontline reporter. Yeah, Union just mass falling back. They're using this defilade here to their cover. Confederates taking control of these hills here. We do have this Union group, the 4th New Jersey and LFL, holding really far forward, but not as far forward as I Corps. And then reinforcing I Corps is the 28th PI. I think this is 6 Wisconsin. 6 Wisconsin is turning over that way. But yeah, 14 minutes. It's only a matter of time before Union hits breaking, and then I'm intrigued to see if the Confederates will try to push them in the last stand or try to charge and take point and win.
Honestly, I would just try to do that, because it's you run the risk of maybe they don't get the, you know, they get in a counterattack and accidentally shove it into final push. There's so much right now with the way the game is set up when it comes to the final push last stand entire thing. That's something that is heavily being debated on within the community about how overpowered final push is, because it is your body doesn't matter anymore. It's just constant streams of men going into the fight.
So JB charging in. 6 US comes in and saves I Corps. I think 28th PA was here as well. They got wiped, and now more Confederates are pushing over this way. It is the SV and DB. They took some shots, and now they're charging in. Will they be able to get them? I don't know. Even numbers. 28th and 6 US are falling back. Oh. Matt caught him just fine. Union hitting breaking here. So, in terms of Union defense, 4th New Jersey fell a little ways back. I think LFL might have fallen back as well. Is this the 15th? Nope, that's LFL. 15th was fallen back. Union just needs to push up to the defilade where 4th New Jersey is, because it's a very nice defilade. You can kind of stay close to the point. Confederates aren't charging in the point. Probably, I mean, they'll hit Union in the last stand with like a minute or two left on this game at the pace that they're going. But we'll see. We have Rebel 2nd Corps and 1st VA Cav pushing in the direction of the point. What? Will they push? They're pushing forward. Are they on the point? I don't think they're on the point because Union's still capping.
To the right.
That was not bad volley. Union returning fire, but only hitting one. Union coming on the side of this group. It is the 15th Wisconsin, part of 6th Corps. I think that's their corps. Rebels going to lose some out-of-liners here, but nothing too bad. They reform. Confederates beginning to push up in the center here. We still see JB holding out on that side, distracting the Union. We have Peach Corps doing some rising volleys here. We got a couple hits on the right there. But that was really it. They're staying up here. Point is being kept Pearl. What is Pearl thinking? Never mind, he's dead.
Not thinking anything now.
So, Confederates are all consolidating on this hill for the most part, except for JB, which is being flanked right now by the LFL. Yep, LFL push forward from those bushes. They're getting some shots here. That's not JB, sorry. It's DB and SV. I forgot that JB got wiped. But DB and SV are going to hold. Not a lot of LFL.
Yeah, but there's guys pushing down the road right now. It looks like a small contingency. No, not a small contingency. I only saw a little bit first. I didn't see this entire line.
SV and DB are going to get wiped here. And they are pulling off, so they avoid taking casualties. They also distracted a lot of Union, because now these Confederates are pushing forward. It is JB. They are alive and well, my friends. But they are pushing close to the point, and they are capping. They're pushing the Union out of this bush, which is on the cap point. I-Corps was holding in that bush. But now JB is there capping the point. 4th New Jersey on our left is reforming on our right side. Who do we have? This is for... Oh my goodness, I'm good. 4th New Jersey on the right. 2nd U.S. here on the left. JB is holding. Peach Corps is moving in to reinforce. DB and SV are still holding off some of the Union that are there. But some of the Union that were charging are now pulling off. The IVB pulled off. Are trying to encircle the Confederates. More Union on that side of the map as well. Only the JB is really on point. I don't think those guys are on point. JB now charging the Union while they're kind of split against the 4th New Jersey. 4th New Jersey was not expecting that. We have IVB charging into Peach Corps here, and they're going to get wiped. But more Union charging in. The 15th Wisconsin now. Will they be able to break the Confederates? It's a close one. See more Confederates moving from the top of the hill there. Confederates winning that charge as well. Back to back to back. And, oh, why are these guys in the middle here? We have 28th PA and the 6th US. I don't think they noticed, but they're basically surrounded right now. Moved down the air point. 1st VA Cav moving on to the point of contention. Really only the 2nd US from what I see. And I-Corps is left on the point. 6th US, 20th PA kind of cut off. 28th PA charging in here. And they're going to die. But at least a valiant effort nonetheless. I-Corps and second, or no, charging in. And they will be able to hold the point. 6 U.S. charging in here. They're hitting last stand, not surprising. Union's been a lot more spread. And now these Confederates are moving into the point.
They kind of just need to sit on that hill and shoot into them.
They hit breaking. Yeah, regardless of what they do, they'll win this game. There's no way they can lose unless they all decide, hey, we're going to still sit at spawn for 7 minutes. Which they won't. Rebel second core charging in to the I core. A lot of Union are respawn. Because if you die before last stand and last hand's hit, you get another spawn. Whereas if you die after last stand, you can't spawn in. Oh, go to point. Go to point. Go to point. Go to point. It's DB and SV. I guess they're sitting back shooting. I mean, I don't. Maybe they see all this Union, like, we're not going to win it right now. Might as well not go up there, but still go up there, because even if you don't win, you get kills. It's last stand. Union charging in 15th Wisconsin. Confederates are at high breaking too. Yeah, there's no way unless all the deaths that the Confederates have are out of line. IVB and second US. Yeah, it's more just a mix of everybody. It's just the first tags I saw. My concern with that too is team kills, but it looks like they're mostly shooting up to the top of the hill. The slow and inevitable death of the Union. Are those guys on point? I don't know if they are. I mean, some of them are gotta be because they're capping, but they're capping kind of slow. Unless the Union's on point, these guys are. Which could be a possibility. A sad death. So, well done to the CSA during this round. They were aggressive. They kept outflanking the defenders, the Union, forcing them to move. And the Confederates are rewarded with a victory, especially after that first round. One last-ditch effort here. IVB charging in, leading it. We can see the rest of the Union following. 6 U.S. and 4th New Jersey are there. But that'll do it for this round of Cooks. Counter charge. Pagan, do you have any thoughts for this round?
Honestly, that was probably the best way the CSA could do. Keep moving, make sure the Yankees aren't sitting there on those positions and fired into them. That was just, textbook what the CSA could do for that round.
Yeah, I agree. They did a heck of a job. I mean, Union did what they really could do. Them being so aggressive there in the middle of the game, pushing out to their artillery again, that's probably one thing I would suggest not doing. Especially 15th Wisconsin, for example, took a lot of casualties. But it was still a heck of a fight. It was kind of close in the end. For example, if they didn't push up so much and held back at the defilade or held on the victory hill with the rocks where they were holding at the beginning of the game, they could have taken less casualties. Maybe made a couple minute difference. I don't know. We'll never know. But regardless, still a great battle. With that being said, we'll see you in the post-game interview. Here we are with the post-game interview for the European Historical Rules event. We had two very interesting rounds today. The first match being on Burnside's Bridge. Union won that pretty decisively, and then we had Cook's countercharge, which was a longer match, but CSA was able to claim victory in the end. We have leaders from today's event to talk about strategy and more. So first, let's introduce our representatives from the Union team. First, we have Viktor.
Hello, Captain Viktor from the 4th New Jersey here.
And then we have Lucian.
Yes, here I am Captain Lucian of the 15 Wisconsin 6 Corps.
Thank you. And now on to our CSA leaders for today. First, we have Schumacher.
Yeah, hello, Captain Schumacher from GB, user of Gold Navy.
And then we have Pearl.
Yep, 24th Georgia Lieutenant Colonel, also representing 13th with the Peach Corps.
All right, cool. So let's start with the first round, Burnside's Bridge. USA won that map as attackers, so we'll ask them first. What was your guys' strategy going into the round to attack Burnside's Bridge, and how did you guys react to the ever-changing battlefield?
You want to start, Viktor?
I could start, yeah. So
the main idea is basically everyone rush over bridge, go far right side, take the fence on the road as soon as possible. Then when there's an opening, everyone push up to the stone wall. And basically, when we get the stone wall, or if we get the stone wall, 2nd US and 6th US will then deploy when the enemy gets down to engaged and try to take the point. That's when it comes to the main battle plan. Then what happened, of course, was, to be honest, and I'm really, really happy about the Union today, that almost everything went according to plan, to be honest. We got them down to engage and we took the point. Then it was just mainly just sending in some reinforcements to the point and holding the stone wall.
Lucian, is there anything you want to add? Or are you done, Victor? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, I didn't. My apologies. Lucian.
No worries.
Okay then. Yes. So as Victor said, the plan was basically just to rush over the bridge, go right, and get to that stone wall as fast as you could. Though the first charge that we did failed, but we pretty much had a regiment, the LFL, I think it was, just staying back with the flags, and then we all reformed and rallied around for one push, and that basically broke the Confederates and let us take the wall. And it was pretty much just straightforward from there.
Did you guys mean to cap the point with the Confederates and taking losses?
Yes, it wasn't in the plan, though I don't think it was planned for them to be taking losses when we did it.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, what happened? We thought we were actually going to take it at the engaging. We were going to send up, but we also got a lot of charges on the stone wall, so we weren't able to deploy anyone to the point. But when we started deploying the people to the point, they went down and taking losses. So we were like, "Oh, we'll take it."
Yeah, we basically just all went to the point to defend it because we didn't want to lose it.
Yeah, there were only I think it was only what was it, 15 Wisconsin, 4 New Jersey, and IVB stay in the back, at least in the start. But
Yeah.
in the end, everyone went up to the point, basically. Maybe 4 New Jersey was a bit more to the right with IVB, some stragglers trying to secure against the artillery, but other than that, everyone else just rushed the point.
Yeah, I don't know about IVB, but mainly just for like 5 minutes of having the point, we were just camping the artillery.
Yeah,
Sure
yeah.
shoot.
It was a lot of fun charging them over and over again, and they just fell back, and we just fell back well.
Yeah, I sincerely apologize to your artillery, pal.
Oh yeah.
So, with that being said, let's move on to the CSA defense of Burnside's bridge. How did you guys want to defend the bridge, and how did you guys react to the ever-changing battlefield?
Okay, we had two flanks, the one which is closer to the big stone wall, and the other one which is a little bit far from it. So on the closest one, it was JB standing right in the snake fence, who was trying to hold them off for a second and then fall back. And behind us was DB, SV, and JDL, who is like a support to break down their charge if they try to push on top of the hill. And on the far right flank, let's say it like this, it was Beach Corps, 2nd Corps, and 1st VKF, who was trying to call the Union attack if they try to go the right side, or they will shift to the left flank and support us if they go to other side. That is the main plan for the battlefield.
Yeah, and exactly what he said. We were on the right side, so we were basically there to fight anyone who went right. They went full send to our left, their right, and so we didn't really have anyone to fight. But we definitely shot a ton of people as they crossed the bridge, and then we kind of collapsed on their back side as they were pushing up. I think we were under the impression that it was going way better for the CSA than it was, because we kept killing the back half of them, and we just figured that the front half was holding them. We kind of realized that we just basically pushed them into the spot that they wanted to be, which was that stone wall, and then we weren't getting them out of there. We just and the battlefield was so big that when they capped early, it was tough to coordinate. an offensive to really get the point back, just because of how spread out every regiment was at that point.
All right. Thank you for that. Let's move on to our second round. Cooks counterattack. CSA 1. So we'll just start with them. What was your guys' strategy to counterattack the Cooks area? I don't know what it's called. But yeah, what was your strategy going into the round, and how did you react to the ever-changing battlefield?
Yeah, on this map we tried to get the main body of CSA units on the right flank, where we placed DB, SV, JDL, Beach Corps, first wake up, and second corps. Beach Corps tried to seize the Hybios, which is behind the Union lines. First wake up, according to the event, they was like a partisan unit, and I don't really know about the other regiments on the right flank. For the left side, we tried to distract some Union forces, so it will be easier for the right flank to crush them down. So we sent it here Jenkins Brigade and Tom's Brigade, TB. For us on the left flank, it wasn't really easy, because we meet up with two regiments which together was much bigger than us. So we just tried to inflict as many casualties as we could, and then just move on to the right flank and support the main body of the CSA units.
Yeah, and how he's completely right on that strat, but how it changed was that we went to full. So when we went over there to the right, someone else kind of took the spot we were going. They just kept running straight to the hay bales. So what we did was we kind of made an audible and stayed kind of middle corn-ish, but on the far right. And the reason is we wanted an exit. If those people were to get cut off, we didn't want to be the people who got the CSA cut off. So we kind of made an audible, stayed there, and kind of fought that corridor there. We got charged a little bit from behind, and then from like the middle of the match on, we just kind of put our nose in the meat grinder there in the corner of the corn, fighting Union.
All right, appreciate it. Let's move on to the USA. What was your guys' strategy to defend against the counterattack, and how did you guys react to the ever-changing battlefield?
Do you want to begin this one, Lucia? Because I was admining the second round.
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, basically the original plan was keeping the 6th US and the rest of the Union on the left on the hill. Apparently, while I was there, it became clear to me that most of the officers that were supposed to hold this hill did not know the plan. So I basically stood there in the first minutes just explaining it to them, and after that we got off to a good start, standing there shooting them as they ran through the corn, though most of the CSA pushed far left, which we clearly did not expect, and the 2nd US kind of got charged on our left. And you had some very accurate shots. I gotta give that to the CSA, because we got absolutely blasted. And my guys were basically like, fuck this, and we just ran into the corn. And very rather fortunately, we managed to flank a CSA regiment. I think that was you, 24th Georgia, after what you just said. Yeah, and we managed to flank them. Then we went back to the hill, though it was clearly too late because we dropped too engaged. And after that, we kind of just tried to do some peekaboo volleys, into the corn. And once we dropped to taking losses, we just fell back all the way. But apparently, there was a whole CSA regiment back in the fence, so we were kind of pincered in that situation. And we tried to wipe them out on the fence. We did so, but again, it cost us a lot of tickets. And from there, the CSA basically just shut us down. I think the problem really with the match was just people not really understanding the plan, but also a very good initiative from the CSA side going far left. We did absolutely not expect that.
Yeah. I could say though that 100% agree. As I said, I was adminning the second round, but I feel like I shouldn't have, because I know there was another admin. But the original plan was actually that the 6 US would be going over to the right side with 20th Pennsylvania. And let me check here. I think it was 20th Pennsylvania, 6 US, LFL and I Corps on the right side, and then closer to the corn would be then the so-called coalition with 4 New Jersey, 2nd US, IVB, and then of course the 15th Wisconsin. What I saw is that the plan was not directly followed because it was supposed to be some more, to be honest, a bit more aggressive play. But of course, that's what usually happens when when people have a bit of complication when it comes to like communication. And I heard there was like no runners at all, and yeah, it's it happens sometimes. But I don't know. I think that from what I saw, the Union did all right, to be honest.
All right. Anyone else have any questions or comments they'd like to make before we end this post-game interview?
No, it was fun. I mean, even the first one, which was not competitive in terms of time and stuff, like we even had, I felt like we had good shots, especially on the people crossing the bridge. That was a really fun little thing. We got good shots on the side, but I had fun throughout the whole thing. It was a good event.
Yeah, same. I would say it was a very fun event. I had a lot of fun. My guys had a lot of fun. So yeah.
Yeah, my guys had a blast, and I will say, talking about that, you said, Pearl, you were like talking about like you were shooting a lot of the stragglers coming in at the end, right? Or like on the bridge. Yeah, because the funny thing is, I remember suggesting in the plans, like, should we have a unit that's basically protecting the stragglers, or should we all just go on the stone wall? And it was unanimously decided that we all go on stone wall, but to protect those stragglers, because it would take a lot of tickets when it comes to those out of line. Because Jesus Christ, I saw so many out of line tickets, I think, drop down on both games.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, to that, there was also a unit here, I don't know who, but there was a unit that only had 3 men that I think I charged out like 3 times on Burnside Bridge, and they really burned down your guys' tickets. I don't know who it was, but they were basically just 3 people just running alone, and they just really burned down your tickets.
I have an idea.
I mean, usually, like that kind of thing is almost seen as skirmishes. Usually in the HRE, that's like they shoot, they fall back. You know what I mean? They're not supposed to be taking the charge bluntly on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that really was just wasting tickets for the CSA.
Yeah, fair enough. It's pretty funny. Like every single like commander like knows we see like one guy that's out of line. It's like everyone shoot him. That's gonna be like what is it, 5 tickets or something like that? It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, with that being said, join the HRE Discord. It'll be in the description below. All the regiments that participated in this event will also be in the description below. If you want to join one of them, lots of fun. I suggest you do. And join the Battle Line Discord. We need more frontline reporters and announcers. That'd be pretty cool. And so, yeah, please like, comment, share, subscribe for more. We'll see you in the next episode. Have a good night.